You cannot fool your subconscious mind when manifesting your specific person. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. This is Priya, your manifestation coach. And in this video, I'm going to shine some light on a common pitfall that you want to avoid when manifesting your specific person. But first, if you would like to get coached by me, I offer an online course, Manifest Your SP Mastery. This is where I show you step-by-step how to manifest the version of your specific person that you desire. I also offer monthly membership coaching. This is where you can get live coaching with me on a weekly basis to really stay on top of your manifestation game. And finally, I also offer one-on-one coaching. You can get access to any of these offerings by simply clicking the link below in the description box. Okay, let's get back to this video. You cannot trick or fool your subconscious mind when manifesting your specific person. Now, the reason why I made this video is because some of you guys think that you can actually trick your subconscious mind. What do I mean by this? Well, are you somebody who's been changing your thought patterns around your self-concept and your specific person? So you've begun to perceive yourself as, I'm lovable, I'm good enough, I'm worthy. Me and my specific person are in a happy, loving, committed relationship. My specific person is always kind and loving to me. So you've really been saturating your mind with this new story and keeping on top of your mental diet. But then you're like, okay, I need to now message my specific person to ask them a question about my car. Actually, I need to message my specific person to wish them a happy birthday. I need to message my specific person about work. So to be clear, there is nothing wrong with messaging your specific person, but the question that you want to ask yourself is, what identity are you taking that action from? For most people, it's coming from the identity of, I don't have my specific person, I am not worthy, I am not good enough, therefore I'm trying to manipulate the 3D. I've been doing a little bit of affirming, but now I need to speak to my specific person. I need to hear from them. So I'm gonna make up an excuse to contact them or to connect with them. The problem with this is it will backfire if you first haven't changed what is going on in your mind. If you haven't first changed your perception of yourself, where you truly know your value and your worth, and you truly know you're the operant power of your reality, and you truly know that your specific person loves you and adores you in a happy, committed relationship. Until you get to that point where it is a dominant state, where you're in a place of knowingness, or it's your dominant state, you cannot fool your subconscious mind. And people will try to lie to themselves. They'll be like, no, but Priya, I just need to message them for work, and I'm really pissed off that he didn't message me back, but I need to hear back from him because it's a work question. Whatever excuse, right, in the book. And then they'll go and they'll reach out to the specific person, and it will always backfire. Because again, if you haven't changed who you are first in consciousness, what's in the 3D cannot reflect anything back to you other than who you're being in consciousness. So you can lie to yourself and say, well, I need to message my specific person to ask them about a question about how to fix my car. But really it's coming from a place of, I'm trying to manipulate the 3D. It's coming from the identity of, me and my specific person are not together. I'm not lovable. I'm not good enough. And so I'm just going to try and force it and manipulate it in the 3D. But I haven't yet shifted my consciousness. So I'm still operating from the old identity and taking action from this place. Now, what happens when you take action from this place and it backfires because you get a negative response back from your specific person is most people will spiral, right? They'll get triggered in the spiral, like, this isn't working. He's such an asshole, I can't believe it. He's ignoring me, he's ghosting me, or he told me to leave him alone and he told me that it's not gonna happen. And then they spiral. And you just wanna avoid this from the get-go. Because again, if you understand how the law works, you first change who you are in consciousness. Number one, you first make sure you return to who you truly are, that you're the operant power of your reality, that you are whole and complete right now, lovable and good enough right now. Number two, you instill new stories about your specific person that say, my specific person loves me and adores me. We're in a happy, loving, committed relationship, and this is truly your dominant state. Because when you take action from that place where it's coming from the identity of, I know this is already done, this will be reflected back to you. You will get a positive reflection in the 3D, or even if you did get a negative reflection, you would be unmoved. You would not be triggered about it. And that's how you know you have truly shifted in consciousness. when you can remain unmoved, when it no longer triggers you, you're now a new person. Embrace yourself, because that's a really good indicator to know, have I really shifted, right? If you're getting a negative reflection, but you're not triggered by it, you're not moved by it, your manifestation is off the heels of that. It's going to come in very fast. That's how you know you've truly shifted. So you can't lie to your subconscious mind. You can't say, yeah, I've been saturating my mind. I know it's done, right? Yeah. You know, just lying to yourself. But then in the 3D, you're trying to manipulate and force things and trying to find an excuse to connect with your specific person, but you're still the old version of you with the old self-concept that says, I'm not lovable, I'm not good enough, and the old stories about your specific person are still dominant within you. He's an asshole, he doesn't love me, he doesn't want me. Remember, your specific person will always reflect your assumptions back to you, period. So why are you making this harder for yourself? The only person that you're going to trigger is yourself, and then you're going to have to bring yourself back from the spiral, bring yourself back from the trigger. When this can be avoided in the first place, if you understand how the law works, nothing changes until you first change who you are in consciousness. And you will really know when you are doing this, if you're being very honest with yourself, you can ask yourself like, okay, am I messaging my specific person from a place of knowing it is done, or am I messaging them from a place of desperation, from a place of needing to hear from them, chasing them like I can't live without them and I need to hear from them and I need that dopamine hit and I need that fix? Because if it's coming from that identity, just don't do it. Understand how the law works. It will backfire. Then you're going to be triggered. Then you have to deal with the trigger, deal with the spiral. Right? It just takes you out of your desired state, whereas you could be using that time to really anchor into your new desired state, into the new identity of knowing you're lovable, good enough, and that you and your aspire in a happy, loving, committed relationship. Focus on anchoring yourself in that state to the place where this is now your dominant state. And from there, your subconscious mind will produce proof of this to you in your 3D reality. And from there, any action that you take will be coming from the identity of, I know this is done. So I don't care about the reflection that I'm getting in the 3D. I just know it's done. So if you're messaging your specific person from that place, like, I want to wish him a happy birthday, I need to ask him this question from the place of I know it's done, then you wouldn't be triggered if you did get a negative response. And then off of that, you will see your reality shift. That's how you know you truly have shifted your state of consciousness. So my message is, you cannot trick your subconscious mind. You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to your subconscious mind. It knows if you have truly shifted your self-concept or not. It knows if you have truly shifted your stories about your specific person from unfavorable to favorable. So remember how reality works. Your specific person can only reflect back to you who you are being in consciousness, your assumptions. Until this shifts within you, you will continue to experience an unfavorable version of your specific person. And when you're truly doing this work, you understand it's about changing your state of consciousness. Therefore, if you are trying to manipulate the 3D, meaning you're trying to connect with your specific person from a place of desperation, neediness, chasing, it's like an addictive pattern of, I need to hear from them, I miss them so much, I can't live without them, you haven't shifted. You haven't changed who you are in consciousness. Now, when I say you haven't changed or you haven't shifted, this does not mean that you need fixing or that you need healing or that there's something wrong with you. On the contrary, this work is about remembering, coming back to the truth that you're already whole and complete exactly the way that you are. You are perfect and whole exactly the way that you are. It's about remembering that your specific person loves you and adores you and that you're in a happy, loving, committed relationship. It's about remembering that everything that you need is within you. All you have to do is go internally and remind yourself that you already have it, that you're already the version of you that's in a loving, committed relationship with your SP where you are cherished and adored. That's all you have to do. You have to keep coming back internally to being the version of you that already has it. That is all you have to focus on, and everything else in your 3D reality will reshuffle itself to mirror back to you your new state of consciousness. This is when you'll experience the favorable version of your specific person. This is when any action that you take or don't take will be coming from the identity of, I know this is done. So there'll be no angst. You will not feel anxious. You will not even have to think about the action that you are taking or not taking. You'll just be at peace within yourself because you know it is done. So I hope this video has helped shine some light on the pitfall that you want to avoid. Don't lie to yourself. It will backfire when you try to force the manifestation in the 3D with your specific person before you have truly shifted your state of consciousness internally to be the version of you that is in a loving, committed relationship with your specific person, and to be the version of you that knows you are perfect exactly the way that you are. So focus on shifting your internal state of consciousness. Leave the 3D alone. Start being very honest with yourself about where you're at. It's okay if you notice that you're in a place of desperation, where you're chasing, or where you feel like you need that dopamine hit from your specific person. It's about becoming self-aware and noticing what's going on, and then from there making a different choice. From there making the choice to instead go within internally and remind yourself that you're already the version of you that is whole and complete and that is in a loving, committed relationship with your specific person. That's the choice that you want to make, instead of taking action from the identity that says, I don't have my manifestation, so therefore you're trying to like manipulate and force things in the 3D, which will only backfire because your specific person can only reflect back to you who you are in consciousness. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. Mwah.